It's still just shocking to me the degree to which grown adults on the right whine and moan about not getting special treatment. Yesterday, for example, Trump threatened to release footage from an interview he agreed to do with 60 Minutes correspondent Leslie Stahl after angrily storming out.
Multiple sources telling CNN now that President Trump abruptly ended a solo interview with CBS's 60 Minutes today, and the president did not return to the room for a joint interview with Vice President Mike Pence. President Trump sat down with CBS News' Leslie Stahl for 45 minutes before getting up and leaving and telling CBS that he thought they had enough material.
He also tweeted a 6-second video clip of Stahl not wearing a mask while talking with producers at the White House. The president later tweeted, quote, "I am pleased to inform you that for the sake of accuracy in reporting, I am considering posting my interview with Leslie Stahl of 60 Minutes prior to airtime. This will be done so that everyone can get a glimpse of what a fake and biased interview is all about."
Well, it sounds like it went great, but it was at the White House, so if the chair didn't have full buttock coverage, that's on you. I'd love to see the Trump version of this interview.
Are you ready for some tough questions?
You're going to be fair.
I'm going to be fair.
Just be fair.
What about you?
These are Democrat governors, and they're doing a great disservice.
What about you saying, let's open up, but let's wear masks. Let's open up. You don't.
I say, I'm not against masks at all.
But you're not for them.
Sure I am. Wear them. But I also say socially distance. I say all the things. But you know what? Well, look, with you, nothing I said would be any good lesson.
That's not true, Mr.
That's
President.
okay. But in the meantime, we're having a record comeback because if you look, we're the fastest growing nation in the world after this pandemic, by far. And we sunk less than any other nation, relatively speaking. And we're coming back very strong, very, very strong.
So you don't want to lock up Governor Whitmer, but you want to lock up.
When did I say lock her up? I never
the
said.
Bidens, you want to lock up.
Wait a minute. When did I say
Obama?
lock her up? When did I say lock up the governor? I didn't say lock up the governor.
All right, but you.
Why would I lock her up? No, but why did you say you don't want to lock up the governor? Of course I don't want to lock her up. Why would I lock her up?
Because you were in front of a rally of people saying it, encouraging it.
I never said it, Leslie. I never said lock up the governor.
So you don't want to lock up the governor?
Leslie, it's such a vicious thing you just said. I never said lock up the governor of Michigan. I would never say that. Why would I say that?
Well, what about the Bidens?
She's doing lockdowns.
Do you want to lock up the Bidens?
No, I don't want to lock them up, but they certainly should be looked at.
Obama? You want to lock up Obama?
No, I don't want to lock him up, but he spied on my campaign.
Do you want to lock
Obama
up
and Biden spied on my campaign. Do you know what that is? Do you know what they did? Do you know how horrible it is what they did?
But
you
it's
don't,
never
you don't
been
get
verified.
it. It's been totally verified,
No,
Leslie.
I'm sorry.
You'll find out, but it's been totally verified.
You've all but said that Attorney General Barr should go after President Obama. Now, if you lose, humor me here, okay? You lose. How would you feel if then President Biden went after you?
Oh, he probably will, because I think he's a very dishonest guy. And he probably will look for something, probably will, we'll see. But you know what? Attorney General Barr has been very nice, that's all I can tell you. He's been very nice. He's been very respectful.
Criticized him.
He's been very, no, I didn't criticize him, it's just a different personality. They're very lucky, because the evidence is overwhelming. And Attorney General Barr is a great gentleman. It's a great gentleman. They are very lucky. Now, I can't tell you what's going to happen. I don't know.
I know.
Because I purposely like to stay out of it. You know what? I don't like to get involved. I can if I want, but I don't like to get involved. But I think they've been very, very lucky. Attorney General Barr is a gentleman.
You know, I didn't want to have this kind of anger.
Of course you did.
No, I didn't.
Of course you did.
No, I didn't.
Well, then you brought up a lot of subjects that
Well, I said
were
I'm going to ask
inappropriately
you
brought
tough
up.
questions.
They were inappropriately brought up, right from the beginning. No, your first question was, this is going to be tough questions. Well,
It
when you
is.
set up the interview, your first statement
You're
was,
president. Don't you
excuse
think
me,
you should be
no.
accountable to the
Listen,
American people?
your first statement to me, this is going to be tough questions. Well, I don't mind that. But when you set up the interview, you didn't say that. You said, oh, let's have a lovely interview. And here's what I do say.
So what?
You don't ask Joe Biden. I saw your interview with Joe, the interview with Joe Biden.
I never did a Joe Biden.
It was a joke. The interview, 60 Minutes. I see Joe Biden giving softball after softball. I've seen all of his interviews. He's never been asked a question that's hard.
Okay, but forget him for a minute.
No, but you
You're
start with
president,
me.
You're president. and-
Excuse me, Leslie, you started with me. Your first statement was, are you ready for tough questions?
Are you?
That's no way to talk. No way to talk.
Leslie, one second. This is the first warning. I think we have 5 minutes until we have the vice president step in. Is that about right?
Well, I think we have enough. Really, we have enough of
So I
it.
think we're ready for the vice president now.
I think we have enough of an interview here. Okay, that's enough. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go meet for 2 seconds, okay? Thanks. I'll see you later. Thanks.
President Donald Trump is always going to bring a passion and a strength and a determination to put America first.
Mr. Vice President, this was not a rally. This was not just a campaign speech to the public. This was supposed to be an interview. And the same with the president. And I feel that you both have insulted 60 Minutes and me by not answering any of our questions and by giving set campaign speeches that we've heard both of you give at rallies without answering our questions.
Leslie, what
And
question haven't I
feel
answered?
aggrieved.
What question haven't I answered right
You didn't
now?
answer any of my questions, you just gave speeches. And
I've answered every single one of your questions. I'd like to know what question I haven't
Well, I
answered.
asked you about the president calling Fauci an idiot. And I got a speech about the president. I asked you, you know, about mothers, I don't know, you just kept giving me speeches and so did he. And you know, I think that both of you, there is this kind of anticipation that people in power are held accountable and they answer questions for the public, not for me, for the public. And I feel that we didn't do that. And I'm upset.
Well, Leslie, I appreciate the speech that you just gave, but I've answered all your questions.